And my intentions for this call is just have this sheet of resource planning completed, start working in a Scrum, bring as much as talk about the issues as much as um, uh, possible to make it clear, and also if find time, we continue on the retro because we didn't find time the last meeting that we have, and we also gonna have all the products. We have just one product, but give economy and devs and everything is have a priority. We have to bring it to this meeting and plan and finalize it to have a demo for the 2 weeks later. So I pass this on to Mattel.
Hey guys, same as Monique, I'm interested in the planning, how implementing again Scrum will work for us. I'm pretty excited about it. And yeah, I was solving plenty of issues on the next version. It's kind of stable, but yesterday it happened again, and I don't know why. The missing transaction, the donation, even though it shows successful. So I'm considering to do a heavy test session with Carlos, where we just throw a lot of transactions and see when it will fail, because it's the hardest bug that we have found to replicate so far. Besides that, I was working on the TypeScript version, checking some PRs. Pedro also did some work there. He can join today, I think. But yeah, we're moving forward in that version as well. I expected to do some planning regarding that as well today. That's it. I'll pass it to Mohammed.
Hey guys, I tried to finish in progress PRs to start fresh in the beginning of sprint, and I have had some change on the give back calculation, and it might have some work to do. I don't know. I'm waiting for Giveth and Mitch feedbacks, and my intention is to see what should we do in the next week, and I don't have any distraction. I pass it to Cherik.
Thank you. My intention is talk about merging two projects together, and now I'm working on use Web to React instead of on Board.js in the liquidity mining data repository, and I have no distractions. I'm so excited about go to the Scrum. Yeah, it's very interesting. I pass it to Carlos.
Hey guys. Well, my intention is to organize the week better and get work done. I have been having a lot of distractions because I'm pretty much giving away all the projects that I have in the other company, and it's been crazy. But yeah, I'm putting a lot of work to move to Giveth. But yeah, let's go. Aside from that, I've been reviewing Mohammed's PRs, and I will be reviewing the 3 PRs he made today. And yeah, keep debugging the issue about some lost donations. Maybe I'll talk to Mohammed and I can delegate that task because he's been working on getting the scripts and getting all that, and I'll work on the RE. Let's see through the planning. I'll pass it to Griff.
Hey, GM. My intentions for this call are just to be useful. Distractions abundant, but I'm here to hang out, and I'll pass it to Lauren.
My intentions for the call are to, go through any gig economy issues and add any of the priority gig economy issues to the mix of the Scrum. And my distraction is just that my head hurts so much that it makes it hard to think. And I'll pass it to Ashley.
My intentions for the call are just to kind of listen in. I've got a bunch of other things I'm working on the side, but if I can provide some sort of value to this call, I'm here. And yeah, so those are also my distractions. I will pass it to Kai. Did you go already?
I'm so distracted, guys. My intention is to just get a bit updated. I might leave after a couple of minutes and give updates myself if you want them. But then it would need to be go right away. One little reminder: there's DevOps meeting on Wednesday, 8 p.m. CET. I will post it. But everything that's going on in DevOps is being handled securely. We set up everything secret. So if anybody feels like they should be included, please ping me. And I give it to who has not gone? Mo, have you gone? Oh, Amin.
No, great. I pass it to Ami.
Hello. Thank you. My intention for this call is to talk about how we can, we merge the teams in a single project, specifically a front-end team. And on the hopefully the gig economy is in a stable state, and we will not have much development there. I'm so eager to be involved more in one of the projects because I don't have much thing to do in gig economy. And discussing about the agenda and how we can and of course merging the Giveth economy and Giveth.io in a single project, which needs a high level of synchronization between Chori, Matteo, and me. Thank you. I pass it back to Mo. Mo, I pass it to Mo.
Thanks. So I'm no distraction, and I just want to be useful here if I can. And that's me. I'll pass it back to you, Monique.
So I share my screen and get it started with this sheet first. I just want to make sure, this is our new sprint number 1 from January 17 to January 23. So the focus factor. Focus factor means that how much time we dedicate to the maintenance and support and unplanned things. I usually dedicate 3% of the total amount that we have to this special things, but I just want to make sure do we need it or less or more, for example, because in my point of view, all the stuff that was related to the Next.js version right now is maintenance. And, I'm totally not sure about the gig economy, how much effort it needs. For example, imagine that for gig economy, we have Mohammed for give drops, for give backs, Amin and Sherik. I just want to make sure from these resources, how much percentage of your total time was related to the maintenance, and for Mato, I think more than half of his time it might be maintenance and also keep the depth live, bug fixing, investigating things. We talked about the mistransactions that we had. So I just want to edit this percentage with your help. I start with Mato. What do you think about this number?
Yeah. For me, I think it's right. Yeah, I don't have much to add to that. I do want to give more time to the TypeScript version, so I hope that as time passes, the version on Next is more stable and we don't have to provide much effort to that until we move completely to TypeScript. But the only issue that worries me a lot is these ghost donations that show successful, but they don't save. I don't have a solution for that yet. That's what I mentioned earlier in this call. So after that one is solved, I think that I could dedicate all of my time to the TypeScript version and move faster.
So just to make it clear, in these 2 weeks that we have, what portion of time you think that you dedicated to this support? It's just only 3%.
To support, I gave more than 30% because there were many bugs that arise.
Half of your time?
Yeah, I would say half of my time.
What do you think, Amin, Cherik, about the gig economy, or Mohammed?
No, I'm working on the using Web3. I think maybe it's buggy or maybe it needs to test and also it's not finished yet. So I think 30% for me is good. Good for me, but maybe Amin can add more, and Amin or Mohammed can.
About the next 2 weeks, right, Moni?
Yeah. For the next 2 weeks, how much time you think that you can focus just on developing new things, not on supporting the maintenance?
Basically, as I said, in last few months, I just was mostly involved in the economy, and I think that we won't have issue there because everything has been working well and the issues hasn't. And if unless we define new responsibility for me in this call for the future, I mean that last 2 weeks is not a good estimate for me for the next. I pass it to Mohammed.
For me, in the last 2 weeks, I spent about half of my time on maintenance for calculating givebacks, but I think it would be much fewer in the next 2 weeks, because the first round it wasn't clear for us what should we do, but I think for the next 2 weeks 30% is good for me.
So go ahead. Thank you. I think 40% is enough for support, according to all of your talks. So it's for the all available resources that we have. Okay, let's get back to this. I assume that you're working 80 hours and 2 hours for meetings, other projects, and 20 hours for code review, pairing, and onboarding. And also, assume that Meta is going to spend 20 hours for onboarding new contributors too. For Mohammed put it at 6 for onboarding and pairing, I think, for working for Carlos, or I don't know. And for Carlos, I don't know how much hours you are going to be contributing.
It's 40. It's 40 actually.
It's 40.
Yeah, code reviewing. I've been code reviewing mostly now. So I'd say also like 6.
I think it should be more because I just sent you few PRs.
Like 4 or 6 PRs. Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah,
let's put 10 hours. Of course,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
be co-reviewing this week like crazy.
Put 8.
Okay, yeah.
What about you, Chirik? I think Mato needs more code pairing and review. There are lots of code pairing from the new contributors. Is it enough? Is it good, Mato? And what or other mirroring projects leave? Guys, help me. Help me fill this table out. Don't you need any leave during these 2 weeks?
Leave? What? Sorry?
Yeah, leave permit. If you want personal stuff.
Oh no.
Okay. So and I don't.
I may want one day, but I'm not sure yet. I mean, one day, but I'm not sure.
So this is going to be our available time. But what about the Fabio? Fabio is Fabio, Pablo, Vito, or Rodri. I don't know they're contributing or not. If we want their help, we have an estimation about how much they're gonna contribute.
But we don't have Pedro here. I pinged him to join. Pedro,
sorry. No,
yeah. I don't know whether Fabio will help us and give economy. I don't know. Griff knows better. I haven't touched him.
I don't think Fabio has the bandwidth. I think Fabio will probably, maybe for give economy stuff that he was related to for sure. But like emergency PRs fixes. But I think it's probably better to rely on Cherik and you for most give economy stuff. And then Fabio is looking at the dashboard from what I know. And Pedro, I think, is putting a lot of hours into TypeScript, right? Mateo, is that the plan? I know he's got 30 hours for Giveth this month, a week.
Yeah, I've been in touch with him. Last time I talked was Saturday, and I helped him with some stuff.
Yeah, he's online.
He's reactive.
I asked him to join. I hope he see that. And is that Paula? I don't think that he will help us in this project. He most of activities is in the smart contractor fold, and he helps us, but the issues that he's working on, he's helping us. Maybe we will not discuss here, or if I discuss. It's about he's just help. If you want to think anything.
Okay, so
I would say that if Pablo has bandwidth, we are paying him full time. So if he has extra bandwidth and we're not doing smart contract work with him, which I don't think we have so much, that it would be good to throw a couple tasks at him once in a while that could be DAP related or something along those lines.
Pablo is full time, you said?
Pablo, yeah.
Nice.
So if it's full time, we have to manage his time. But I don't have any contact with him. And about the Pedro, Maso, do you have any information how much hours is going to contribute in these 2 hours, these 2 weeks that we?
No, but I can totally ask him. He hasn't mentioned that. I know that he's made some work already.
He told me 30 hours. 30 hours.
30
hours.
30
per week?
Per week?
Yeah.
For probably another month at least, if not 2. And I would just say that this week he also does snapshot voting stuff, so I'll be stealing him for a little bit of that.
I'm talking about Pedro. Sorry, Pedro.
Yeah, I'm talking about Pedro as well. Pedro manages the snapshot stuff. He made quadratic ranked choice voting for TEC, so on snapshot. So I'll probably steal him for 10 hours this week.
10 hours this week, so it's gonna be 20 hours for 2 weeks. Okay. Let's get back to work. Guys, I filtered the TypeScript version right now, and you can see all the issues here. And we're kind of emptying the sprint backlog, but according to our plan, I want to nominate some of these projects, some of these issues, and bring them to the sprint backlog. But first, I just need to know all of you know the aspect of these issues. I think it's all clear. We need to have a great project, and a great project was before assigned to one of our new contributors, but it's not going to. I think we don't have any update. So if you want to take a look at the design, here's the design. I have links provided here, and we also have this kind of, noticing or guiding the user to, have a hint about the whole process. So. This is the design. It's more, in a one-page things, and after that, the user completed his click on the publish, and it's going to be published. It's simple, but before the user continue, we have to show this model. So I need some estimation about it in the front end side, because it's kind of for front end things. I think there we can see the story points. So the unit of the story points is the minimum valuable thing that you can deliver. It's very tiny, but it's clear, and you can do it in half of, for example, your day. So how much story point do you think that it takes? Regarding that, it has to be working with the backend services and have all the things stuff ready and work.
Yeah. The amount of story points is 1 point per hour, or how much is it?
I don't want to relate it to the exact hours, but it's the minimum, feature. For example, when you're fixing a bug and you know it that you can do it as soon as possible, imagine that it's one story point. It's differ from one people to another. But imagine that that you can have a PR, know every aspect of it, and you go ahead with that issue. How much a story point do you think it takes?
I would say 8, but I want to say there 13, because there are lots of stuff that consider also, because we want to make it better. We don't want to also translate the same that we have to this new design. We want to make some stuff better, at least for the location, the image selection, and a couple of details that are working kind of badly in the current version. So I would say 13. And I remember that also Marcos suggested a while ago, many months ago, to add on Splash or some other service to add custom images to the background and the banner. So there are minor features, new features in disguise, but yeah, I would say 13 is a better number for it.
What do you think, Jarek?
I agree with Matthew, and I think maybe it takes more, because I remember Code Project has some issues. We need text editor, image editor, select locations, and I think it may be 8 story point or more. The next number, I think, 13. Yeah.
Oh, so because it's Fibonacci,
Yeah.
dedicated 13. Okay.
that was good.
I want it to be implemented for the next. So I
Sorry, guys.
move it to swing back. Go ahead.
Jake, you mentioned the text editor and the text editor design that we are using in the Giveth design is just a dummy text editor. It's not actually a thing. It's an image. Please let me know what editor you are going to use, so I can take a new screenshot from that and use that in our design to be more realistic. We don't expect to have a custom text editor. Just anything that you are going to use, please let me know.
Sure, but I think Matthew can help
Sorry
better.
for not muting.
Yeah.
Okay. For this issue, number 74, the giving hearts and the red hearts is not working. I think it's clear. It's not working in the home page, nor in the project page. Estimation, guys. Front end, guys.
I would say 3 because it's basically copy pasting the code that we have from the next
Cherry.
version.
Okay.
Thank you. And for this donation improvements, we have a draft of donation, but we have lots of improvements since then. Give a white list warning. We have a new design. We have to implement it. And give back after success. Success donation. Let the user know that they might have givebacks. And for custom token donating, it's a new design implemented and waiting for implementation. I think, Matthew, you know all the aspects of this.
Yeah. Do we have already an issue about the integration with the backend? Because so far in this version we only have the design, so we can make this one into one big issue and make the donation flow work properly. So I would say
How much? You mean that we have to change the backend flow, backend interaction flow?
No, it's only adding it. We have the design, the UX, but it's not functional. We have to plug it with the backend, and it's just a little step. But in top of that, we have to make these improvements. So maybe this issue can gather all of these tasks. So I would say an 8 as an estimate is a good number.
I didn't understand. Yes, so do we need any changes on the backend side or not?
No. The integration with the backend. I personally work on the design, so we have to plug it and make it functional. Finally, it's only a mock-up so far. So I would suggest that we make this in one issue because it's making the donation flow functional and make those improvements.
Okay. I'm not talking about the technical side. I try not to talk. Mm-hmm. So as a user, when I go through the donation page, I want to donate. These are the test criteria. Yeah. I just want to donate. I want just to do custom token donating. I want to be aware that I'm eligible for this token or not. And after that, I need to know that I have givebacks and see that you're a donor or you're a giver page. That's it. I needed to be implemented. I see it on the staging. So based on the functionality and the DoD, what estimation do you give it to it?
No. I will be biased by the 8, but I would say again 13 because there are many models that are not implemented. At least the design is done, but we could find some issues. the time.
What do you think, Cherik?
I can't give a correct estimate
Yeah.
because I don't know about the warnings, donations. Yeah. The news is not-
I totally understand. But we have to share knowledge to get you on board with these projects too. So basically, I think you have to do kind of pair programming for this issue, but to get Cherry more on board on this project, I suggest.
Okay. Yeah, I have already worked on this, or I would say that for the project creation flow, it could be better because it hasn't been done in anything, so it hasn't been started. So maybe if we split the work in there, it could be better. I don't know.
I'm up for helping if you need me because Monique, based on our requirement, please find some activity, find some task for me in this kind of tech. If because there are lots of front end development remain, and we don't have Ramin, and I think I don't know whether from the back end and front end or other kind of test. Find something.
I think this one is very good for you. In the searching, when the user starts searching, it's rapidly goes through the searching. But we want to use the user enters at least two characters first, and after that we start searching in the projects. And also searching the project, I think it needs many improvements. Are you interested in this? Sure.
Yeah, that's good. Again, but in case some tests need some more sync between backend and frontend, I think I would be more useful. Okay. I take over this. I take over this. No worries. I take over this.
As you see, I didn't, assign it to a special guys. It's up to you. For example, for destination improvement, it's obvious that. I shouldn't assign it. The team assigned, but it's obvious that Mato has to take the responsibility of it with the help of Eric.
And maybe it's important. I don't know whether it's good time to discuss it or not because we want to merge the project, Give Economy and Giveth IO, and I don't know whether we should fix this after merge or no before. Because I don't know how much Mato will be busy, but if we have fun day, we can manage this project. Am I right, Shorik? We can bring up a new project and deploy it on Versal, which will host both the TypeScript and Give Economy in single project. And then we should fix some issues. For instance, the dependencies doesn't match.
I totally understand, but would you please take a look at these? We only have Mato here, and take a look at the time. We only have kind of 56 hours. I think it's equivalent to maximum 40 story points from him.
No, so I don't think that Mato should do that. Chorik, and Mato, we could do that. I and Chorik bring that server up. We make that repo ready, something that is working, and then if for any new update will be applied on that new repo, not this TypeScript one. What do you think, Matthew?
Yeah, I'm trying to think in regard the timing was better if we do it after we have a better completion of the features, or we just do it soon. I believe that is working fine having separate until it's done, but I'm not sure if the complexity is going to increase the more code that we have.
Exactly.
So
I'm concerned about the complexity. As our project become bigger, merging will be harder. I see the big PR from Mark
yeah,
from Pedro. I don't know whether you want to merge it or you have any comment. We have done some research on how to merge this project, and some things needs to be done. For instance, we have used a style component in Give Economy. You have used another thing in Give TypeScript, and we should merge these two. And if we do that, do you agree? Are you up for applying or update on the new repo? Because TypeScript will be used only by give us members, not it's not published. And yeah, merging sooner will be better. My idea. Monique, you want to say something?
It's up to you guys. If you think that it's going to waste your time in the future, let's get priority to it. But I was thinking that I have to push, the give us next version, the TypeScript version as soon as possible. After that, we merge it. I know we may have lots of losses in the future, but maintaining this next version is also, it's the same, the waste of resources. And Metal is kind of bottleneck here, the resources that we have from the Metal, because he has to, keep the next version alive, also onboard the Cherik and onboard the new contributors to the project, and we don't have any, find time. Look at these numbers, 13, 13, 3. And it's enough for the Metal for the just
we should forget the current TypeScript repo. Forget this one, and all of these issues should be applied on that new repo. That new repo will have all the code in current TypeScript repo, right? We will move all the code in this TypeScript repo to the new repo, and that will work. It will work as it's working right now. And all the issues should be applied to that new repo. Do you think we will forget this TypeScript Giveth IO?
I only accept it if you can deliver all these issues in 2 weeks.
It doesn't matter for.
I think we can change our approach. I agree with Amin. We can create a new repo and move the current TypeScript version to there and try to add Give Economy to it, so Matthew can work on the new repo and not blocked by us. But we have 3 steps before continue contributing on the repo. We should decide between style component or emotion, because in Give Economy we use style component, and in the TypeScript we use emotion. So we should decide about it and change one of them to the target library. Also, no, I'm working on the Web3 React, and it's okay. I think tomorrow is finished. Also, I think we have some issues on the libraries and components that we use in the design system, and we should fix them before we start. We continue on contributing on the TypeScript version. If we complete these 3 steps, we can contribute on the new repo and also add the Give Economy to it, so no developer blocks by us to merge them. I hope I can
Okay. Do we have any issue for that merging? I think it's in Give Economy board.
Yeah, it was in Giveth economy. And I don't think that if we deliver all this issue this week, we will have all the application ready after this 2 week. Of course, we have others sprints, and we will have if we don't merge today, we will have more tasks later in next sprint or later sprints.
Okay, got it. Please let me know which issue it was. Give a name.
Let's find it.
I think it's in progress by you. Merging staging environments or?
No, I think.
Merge Give Economy and TypeScript version of Giveth.io. It's Give Economy 449.
449. Okay. So give me a estimation.
What do you think, Shorik? Is it 8 enough for it or no? It's less. No, it's not enough.
No, I think it's bigger because I think there is many unknown issues will happen, and I think the minimum is 13.
Yeah, mostly about the authentication, and if Pedro did some changes the last week, we have to take care of that. Moving style to emotion isn't that hard, but it can take a little bit time. Those are the two most important points.
Do you want to merge that? Do you want to that update will be merged, and you don't have any comment on it? And is it okay based on your idea? In case of dependencies, I don't know. I see that that's big. I mean that how long it would take you to review that PR and merge it? No rush, just a question. We can even transfer the change to the new repo, because we will keep the files probably, but with few changes, and you can copy the file, copy the code. I said, and Pedro will not be available this week, and he will not have changed much.
Mm-hmm.
In case you merge the PRs today, that will be awesome. We will. I and Cherry tomorrow will start merging repos.
Okay, I'll do that today.
Guys, 13 is enough, guys?
I think so. How do you think, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. So, can we have all of these issues together, merging Give Economy and TypeScript version, and have all these things implemented? Donation improvements, create project.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about how do we synchronize in that. I checked the PR today. You start the merge tomorrow, and I should stay still until the merge happens. So the new work that I make should be happening in the new repo while we migrate every page, or what do you say, guys?
Yeah, we will want to merge everything and being something that is working. And maybe we should decide about URLs. But yeah, after that, yeah.
Yeah, my main question is because maybe I could start working on some features like the donation, finishing all of that they won't necessarily be concerned about the authentication or the styling, because the style is done. So I think that I can start working on that, and the copy pasting or the moving the files to the new repo is going to be the same even if I have this working now. So
I and Sharik will do our best to have it ready for tomorrow night, our night. And then you want to work today? I mean.
Guys, shall we talk about details later?
Okay. All right.
If you agree, because we need, I think, about 10 minutes for Lauren to prioritize these issues that we have here, Some of them are maybe emergency, and we have lots of issues in the sprint backlog and in progress for Give Economy. Lauren, would you please help us?
Sure. Yeah. So, okay. Give Economy issues. I'm going to open it on my screen too. I can look at it on yours. Most of the issues I think that we need to work on in progress. I mean, they're Marco. Something I do actually need, but Vitor's not here in this call, is like the Taurus wallet integration. There's a couple of issues on that are in sprint backlog. Improve Taurus wallet integration. Merge Give Economy and TypeScript version of Giveth.io. I think that this is already. Have you worked on this yet?
Which one, sir?
Oh wait, oh yeah. So never mind. This one was already discussed. Let me see.
And the Taurus wallet issues has not been fixed?
No, I mean there's a couple of other weird things like before, the Switch wallet thing wasn't working, and Vitor was going to look into whether or not you can click Switch wallet and then it'll lead you to a Taurus docs tutorial page explaining how to switch wallet. And then there's also like another issue that came up with the Taurus thing that it's like now if you click MetaMask, it accidentally clicks Taurus for you. So there's like some weird things in the Taurus wallet integration, but I'm going to push Vitor on them. I think that the only things that are like really on the board here for the team is if we have time, we could work on the responsiveness of the other pages, like the givebacks page, and make it responsive for mobile. I think I don't know, Mo, are the designs for the response? I guess Cherik and Mo, you guys were coordinating on this together. Where are they already finished the designs?
I don't think so. If the responsiveness of the Give Economy, Mo.
No. The Give Economies. The responsiveness is done, but the mobile version is still gorgeous.
Okay.
Lauren, in comparing with what we have on TypeScript, do you think that responsiveness is, has a priority for now?
No, honestly, I think that most of the things on the Give Economy side are like for Vitor regarding the Taurus wallet integration, and then it's like just making sure that we're getting givebacks out, which we're already working on with Mohammed, but I don't think there's any extra things. I'm kind of waiting also on Marco to finish making a new design for the harvest modal, and then that will be priority after, but it doesn't seem like we have many issues for the development team that like really need to be prioritized over TypeScript.
Got it. Thank you. We have and we have budget for bug fixing. So about 40% of the whole time of the developers are dedicated to the bug fixing and maintenance. So feel free to bring issues that you think that is urgent and have to be done, and just assign it to the people, and go ahead. I'm just talking about the new issues that have to be implemented. So go ahead, Amin.
Sorry, about the Taurus issues, can you put pause on it? Because we want to replace onboard.js with Vector React, and maybe change wallet issue will be fixed. And after that, let's don't, the Taurus users are not much. We can postpone the fixing issues of that later. Or maybe it's that's severe that someone cannot use the application at all. What do you think, Lauren? People still can use the application with Taurus, or no, they cannot use it at all?
No, they can still use it, but there is one bug that Griff found, I think, yesterday that's like needs to be fixed. Like, it's number 457. That's like if you select, like if you're clicking Connect Wallet and then you select MetaMask, it thinks you're mousing over Taurus, and then it makes you connect to Taurus, and then you can't escape it. It's like very confusing. So, but I assigned this to Vitor because he did that integration. So, yeah, I think that's really the only.
Yeah, we want to change it onboard.js with something completely new. So maybe that issue will be fixed. Please wait for that.
The problem is that it's like right now you go to connect to the Give Economy website, even as a user, just a normal user, that wants to go invest. and all of a sudden they're blocked by Taurus. Like I would say it's somewhat of an emergency because you literally, oh, what would you like to connect to? I mean, we could just take it down. That might be the other option. Remove Taurus integration. But right now, you go and click them. If you disconnect your, I mean, we have to support Taurus users eventually, but unfortunately, so. But if you disconnect your wallet and then click the MetaMask icon, not the text, but the actual Fox dude, it tries to connect you to Taurus, and then you're in like this weird pop-up hell. It's like, what the. How do I'm just trying to degen what's going on, you know? And you can't get through it. So you can try it yourself. It's a really bad bug.
Yeah. So when I'm connected to Taurus, I try to change wallet and click on MetaMask, but still it wants to connect to wallet to Taurus again.
Imagine you don't even have Taurus, right? And you just disconnect your wallet and then you reconnect your wallet. And you go to connect your wallet, a little pop-up says, oh, hey, MetaMask Taurus, what would you like to use? You go and you click the orange fox face, and it tries to connect you to Taurus.
Yeah, I have seen that. I thought it's my mistake. I thought it was my mistake, but no. Yeah. Amber.js, that's Amber.js. I will replace that completely. So I think it's a miscommunication between the devs. Lauren assigned it to the Vitor. Sorry. And you're gonna change the onboard.js. What do you think, Lauren? Amy?
Yeah, I appreciate Lauren. If you assign tasks to developers here in this call, that would be a mistake because we have bad experience before, and people who are misguided doesn't have enough knowledge of our code, and maybe they are not the best fit for. It's not the best fit for them. So I appreciate if tasks are distributed here. I don't know. How do you think? Others think, Matthew, Monique, and others. What do you think? At this,
at least I think you have to be informed to have a talk here, comment here. But I see that the PR is also closed. Did you review that?
That wasn't a big change. That was just to say onboard.js that please enable Taurus. That was single line, and that he mistakenly had done later that he had restricted that to only Google, and then removed that line, and then Twitter became enable. That was easy. That was easy for. That was a good fit for Vitor. But if there is any bug and we can need to fix it, I would appreciate. Yeah, I really like to help. Just want to help, in order to later do it. If I can help, make the task easier.
So if it's a bug, it's not need any estimation. I think it's can go through, and but. Talk with each other, guys. We product owners just need results, but we don't care about the your communication have to go through. I can help, but feel free to comment and let us know if it's a problem. So if you're gonna, I left the comment here. I mentioned you, Amy. If you have any concerns, please let it go. So the Taurus was the only priority that Lauren has. Just to sum it up, I can see lots of things in progress for the gig economy. That's are not dev stuff. Contractors and see if we can change the integration so that we can people vote on the garden. I think it's not dev 2.
Yeah, none of these things are progress dev stuff.
Yeah.
I think actually most of the issues that we have kind of coming next in Give Economy are all non-dev things. They're either design or they're farting around with CMC or Zapper or some PM kind of bureaucratic stuff.
Except this one. Merge staging environment and production of Giveth idle and Giveth. I think it's related to the issue that we're talking about right now.
and I want to bring it to this sprint because it's related. Shall we?
Yeah, I think it's about investigating. I have investigated and we decide to merge them. So we create a new issue. Yeah.
So it's closed.
Yeah, I think.
With your permission, Lauren, I made it closed. Sorry.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
And so let's see about the code reviews here. Meta, I think a lot of issues are still waiting for you. This one, a waiting review for Meta, a waiting review for Meta, and a waiting review for Meta. I think it could be, yeah, you're aware of it. Okay. And so the responsiveness of Giveth. Go ahead, Meta.
No, that I'll review those PRs as soon as possible, so Amin and Cherry can begin with the migration.
Okay. So I just want to get back to this issues here that we have estimations, the donation improvement, giving cards, create a project. This bug that it should be resolved, merge give economy. We're at the top of the hour. Can we measure meeting, guys? Do you have time? Or everybody don't have time, can we? But I'm not done yet. Sorry.
Actually, I can stay.
I can stay. Yeah, I can stay. I will also stay.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, me too.
Thank you, guys. Sorry for the one that want to leave, but we didn't finish up our sprints yet. So gets back to this issues for archive projects. I think it's a good story that we can jump into because we have all the designs ready. It's under the project one page. Guys provided this great flow for it. You can see that if you here, projects one page. Other responsiveness, mobile view, project single owner view. It's the owner view of the so it's an archive bottom here, as you can see. So if I'm the owner of this project, when I click on my project, I should see this link archive project with with this modal that hey, archiving has these aspects. Why? I have to go ahead with this modal. And after that, I click on the archive. So what is archive? Archive is just, it's not canceling. It's just deactivating of the project that we have the logic. So me as a product owner, me as a project manager wants to do all this stuff. So it's clear, the test scenario is clear. We have the design and we want to implement it. So does it make sense? I can remove the design team and add Matteo and Cherik. Estimation, guys.
Also, I think we need to change the copy. It's not a final copy that we use there. I think Marco mentioned Lauren on that issue on Figma. Not sure.
Really? So
Just a
should
basic
I wait?
question. It's based on design system again? Yes, Mercedes. I'm just wondering.
I
Sorry.
think yes. Why not? And I mean, it's asked it's based on the design system.
Yeah, I didn't get that question. The elements that we use is they are part of the design system.
So we have a model with these items, and we have archive thing. So after the project is getting archived, Mosaid, I think the design is not finished yet because after I click this archive, what should I see?
Yeah, that's true. Basically, you have to see any status in the project on the top to show you this is a archive project. I'm going to add that on.
So I don't bring it to the sprint and let it be here after archiving design needed. So just to make sure, and we have also this item waiting for you, Musa, the share model on homepage. If you want to share, what should we, bring it up? I communicated with you before, yeah. And I think we have this issue done. Complete profile design. Oh no, it's in progress. It's in progress. Search bar props. It's the tiniest stuff, guys. Or searching, or all of the inputs that I see in the TypeScript version is not related to the provided guidelines. For example, if I click on here, it's of TypeScript version. When I go into the project page, we can see it, if I click on this input, nothing happens, and this styles, I think it's totally different. So we have to change it. So this issue, number 46, is that we, according to the design system here, under the component section, search results, and clear search box should follow the design. So it's the tiniest stuff, and we also dependent on the no results form. So I think it needs your help, Musaidi, again. Am I right?
Actually, I didn't have time to work on this issue. I have to check the design system. I think we have the state for that, but let me check. I'm not sure right now.
We can split it up. Just editing the inputs based on the design system. I'm just talking about the search and also filtering, and that's it.
I just didn't have time to do that. Sorry.
No problem. I think it's ready. People. You have two items. This item, I think that the developers can go forward with it. So Matteo, Cherik, I think it's not a big stuff. How much is story point should I duplicate?
Change the style according to the design system.
Yeah, take a look at these.
I remember Ramin used that library for this component, and you should check is it able to change the style and or not. If we can change the styles and I think it's maybe 1 or 2, but if we should re-implement it, maybe it's more.
I can see it in the design system. So am I right or not? If you have a design system, the styles should be ready. And I remember Cherry you implemented before in the design system.
No, I didn't implement all of it.
Oh.
Input, search box are remained. Remained.
So, what we should do, we have to go ahead with the design system or just focus on the results. Okay. I assume that it's not, we don't have any design, the component is not implemented. So if we go with this assumption, 5 is enough, guys?
Yeah, I think enough.
Or less?
Maybe less, but I don't. Can I see the design to say the correct
design? The design or the design system?
The design, I think.
The design, we have to go
on the box. We show the box under the search box, or I want to know.
Yeah, I got it. Let me take a look. Project, single project. Oh, it's a single project view. I think it's here. Oh man, Mo, it's not following your guidelines. It's following your guidelines.
I didn't add this here. Maybe Marco did. Just to see.
So if you take a look at this, I think it's a little bit different that what we have in the design system. In the design system, we have another thing.
No, it's actually from the design system. If you can see where I'm looking at, these ones here, they are also from the design system. But yeah.
So we have the design, but it's not implemented in the component is not implemented. Sharik, in the design we don't have any, writing or other stuff. For example, if I click on this, what happens? You just bring it here, but all the slides.
If you see it on the design system, there is all of the states there, and there's a documentation to see which one is for which states. And for example, we have this with value, typing, and everything. They're all there.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what's the difference between the yellow one and the orange one and the red one.
There is warning, but the red one are, for example, they're missing or having the wrong inputs. That's why I added both of them in case we need.
Great. So
I think 3 is enough. Yeah.
The 3 is enough. So I wonder how can I? Okay. Sorry, backend guys. I think we don't have any special things for you right now. But I think the whole things that we have right now is for 2 weeks is enough for the front end side. And I know that we have this beside all of the stuff that we have to do for the bugs and maintenance. So I just want to get back to the maintenance stuff. Metal, what do you think about that missing transactions that we had? I want to bring this repo, we have an issue about saving the failed transaction in front end and retry it later. I heard once you find another solutions to cope with it's a good strategy. A strategy is Apollo GraphQL.
Yeah, I already added that to the staging version. I still not to the live one, but it's basically Apollo takes a look every time that it fails, and it grabs the catch, and it implements a strategy that increments the time each time that it fails to try to refetch it. So at first it's milliseconds, then it's 1 second, then it's 2 seconds, 5, etc. So it will do it by itself every time the transaction or the mutation goes to error or another exception. We can customize it, but I like the strategy that Apollo itself handles. I didn't put the check mark on the save exception because we technically don't save it. It's basically on the cache of the Apollo server in the next version, in the next instance. So yeah, talking again about the issue, it's really hard. I was talking with Carlos that we may just make multiple, like thousands of donations and see if it fails eventually, trying to replicate the ones that have been failing, at least with the same kind of token, the same environment as we can, because we have made it like every time the same and it works. And in the backend, I know that Mohammed and Carlos made it possible, so if it's failing for any cause, it will save eventually. So in my case, in the front end, it's also like that, adding this new refetch, and also before even as soon as we get a transaction hash from the provider, we send that donation save mutation, and then I send another one when it's finished. Even if the user closes the page after the donation has been made, we will save it. So I'm saying like without many ideas, but the one that comes to mind is just donate as much as possible and see when it happens, because it's hard.
Mohammed, are you here?
Yeah, I'm listening.
So I had an experience with Mohammed, just for information, guys. We're working in a kind of banking on payments solutions in open API for banking solutions, and it has crazy transactions, and lots of times we missed some providers, and after that, I think you might have ideas about this one. I think you're the one here can solve it. Take it, man. What do you think?
I thought that Mato's strategy would be good enough for our problem, but he said it has some complexities. I think maybe for the first round we just had about under 10 donation that we missed. Maybe we should get conflicts in every round manually, because any solution that we choose, but at the end we should run the script for find conflicts and insert some donations manually. How can, I don't know, maybe we should automate that script instead of this. I don't know.
Carlos, what do you think? What do you think?
Yeah, I feel like the debugging has been quite hard. If we can automate the script that Mohammed did, I mean, there are two options. We can push to find the root cause of the issue, which we haven't found it yet, and but it might take some time, maybe a few days. Or we can do like a workaround for now using the script, automating the script that Mohammed did, so that we can at least save those donations and at least have some peace of mind, and then keep working on looking for the root cause.
I think the bot material has the best option. In the front end, we try again and again. At least we need some reliable. The point that we don't have an unreliable endpoint, and the front end which insists on deploying and pushing. I don't know what Mohammed exactly does, because someone can, as far as I saw, it gathers all the transfer to the wallet, to the project wallet, and tells which ones are missed. Am I correct, Mohammed?
Yeah, exactly. We check all the transactions to those addresses, and I gave an Excel and Google Sheet to Giveth, and Giveth checked them to see what of those donations are eligible or not. And I think we should do that in every run, because every strategy that we choose, we can't make sure that we didn't miss anything.
Maybe we can search it if, in case, I don't know, if your donation is not listed, reach out to us and tell that your donation is missed. Because if someone exactly, as I said, transfer money directly to that wallet, we should not think that we have missed something.
Okay. Matthew, what do you think if we bring this Apollo solution to the live version?
Sure.
How do you think that it can prevent this from the big problems? How much percentage do you think is going to be solved?
I mean, the big issue really, we have already set a sentry there for the exception and the error handling. We have everything ready for it to happen, but the real weird part is that it shows successful. It shows that all went fine when it didn't. So we like, I don't know, that's super weird. So I mean, we have all of these tools to help us show and get what's going on. But that's all that we can do so far. I mean, it's really hard to, but I can totally push this today as soon as possible, and maybe this can help us a little bit.
Can I ask a question? So do you set the sentry on the front end or the back end?
The front end. In the back end, I think it was already set up.
Yeah, the back end has it.
So do you have all the exceptions from the back end on the sentry too?
I'm not sure if it's all, but I bet most of it. I don't know, Carlos, do you know?
Yeah, there are, all the exceptions are there, but I didn't see like something related to the endpoint of saving donations. I guess I should probably look at the issues with Mohammed and Mateo, because there are other issues that I honestly look like more front end, but I wasn't sure why I was getting like front end issues there. But it was a little bit weird.
If the front end sends to the back end, and it said that the back end gave him the 200 response, 200 response, and it says it doesn't have any problem. But maybe some exception from the backend cause that it won't save in our database, maybe.
And that it would throw a 200 even though it failed. So maybe that could be it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my main point to that is that when it fails, it shows you strictly in the front end, hey, this failed. It didn't show you the confetti and all of that. And the users that have complained so far, they don't show us the error view or, hey, it didn't succeed or whatever. They show us, hey, it went fine, but it didn't show up in the list.
Maybe we have to find out, we find the solution in the exception management or in the maybe the error handling of our backend. Maybe we throw 200 response even when some of the required field is not provided. Maybe I don't know. Or it might be related to the connections. That sometimes we send it and I don't know.
I think this trick that the backend team doesn't have much thing to do is a good opportunity for them to implement tests and environment for stress tests. Send a huge number and investigate what kind of tests we can implement. I mean, for instance, for something like this, we can.
Let's get back to the backend guys. Hello, I'm here. So, Mohammed, well, what the issues that you have right now assigned to you? Let me filter it up.
We have a full issue just right now. It raised half hour ago.
Okay, it's 40 time. It's 40% of the time. But improve sentry and segment logs in the backend. We have this issue assigned to you and Carlos. I don't have any updates for it. Guys, give me a clear outcome for it. Should I bring it to the sprint, to our sprints, or have some estimation?
I think what I saw is that maybe Sentry doesn't log every single detail from a GraphQL error. So I was investigating some blog posts where you can add like a what's it called? Like a hook, an after hook, so that you can grab more information about the errors. So I think we can add that to see if we get more visibility. But that's it in terms of improving Sentry.
Yeah, guys, I had experience with the Sentry. I can see every details that I get from any report. For example, sometimes I went use the Sentry in one project, and in just 1 minute I got more than 500 of errors, exceptions. That was for a single character that we were using that was missing. The backend didn't accept it as a character. So I got plenty of emails, and after that I got one email from the Sentry that summarizes all of the issue, all of the bugs. So I think it can be simply manageable. If you set to get all of the exceptions from the backend to your email. Did you go through it and find it?
Yeah, it would be good. I think it's. If you want an estimation, I think we should check all the error handlers and the endpoint to see what errors should we send, what errors already we send, and something like that, and some configs in the Sentry panel. And in the overall, I can estimate it for 5 story points. What do you think, Carlos?
Yeah, 3 or 5 points sounds Sounds good.
Yeah.
So it's already in the progress. So as a test scenario, I can define it that at the end of these 2 weeks, I expect that I have the emails of every single exceptions that we encountered from the GraphQL. I want to have an email. Hey, this user have for example 400 error. This user have 401 error.
What's the exact email that you want, and if Sentry have it, yeah, we can set it up. But I don't want exactly what do you want. But we need to get the best report that Sentry give us. We will enable it.
Do you have a kind of error, messages or error codes for the impact graph?
I don't think so. Some of the error messages are hard coded. Mm-hmm.
You mean that they are not separated per project? I didn't understand. What is the thing? What's issue, Monique? Is it that you cannot distinguish impact graph errors?
Yeah. For example, like I can test it right now that I go through, for example, the impact graph web services and insert some wrong attributes or inputs, and I get an error. For example, it's 403 error. Right after I expecting an email from the Sentry to my mailbox that this IP has this error.
Yeah,
I think it's okay.
And you want to? What happens? You don't receive that? You mean?
I don't receive it. No, I think
it's not an error because it's not a failure. You had the validation fails and it has sent you something that it's a client, and the developer should not be informed about such things. Am I correct, Mohammed?
I'm not 100% sure. I would double check it. Sorry, because I didn't receive any email as well. Maybe my email preferences is not okay. Maybe it has some problem. I should check it.
Yeah.
Okay. We should discuss the use cases. Of course, we should discuss the use cases. Please, just we can raise issue.
I think at the first step, I need every errors or every error code or every 401, 402, 500, every exceptions that we encountered in the impact graph. I want to trigger it off the Sentry.
That's a good point. Maybe I think there is something we should discuss it again. It's just not error, something else. We should wait. I don't know. It was segment or Sentry. Just track information. Maybe there are something we can.
Pretty sure that these errors that we have, it's related to the exception or error handling of our backend. Because frontend don't have any, according to the method, we don't have any reports. We don't have any kind of, tangible things that the users see and say, "Hey, yeah, I got an error." Everything is happy go scenarios. So we have to take a look at our error handling. What happened? What would maybe the connection between the database and our backend? I don't know. If you have a and do we have monitoring for the connection of our database and our backend?
Sorry, what did you say?
Sorry, what?
Did we have any monitoring on the liveness of the connection between our database and our backend or database service? I mean, if it gets down.
No, I don't think so. But it should not be down because we use the cloud service for our DB.
Okay.
how it happens, or as it was happening for Mongo, the back database.
Yeah,
If you remember.
several times.
Yeah, which is, Monic, it's not something to some feature to add it like this. No, it should have been an approach in our development to write tests, to handle errors correctly. We can split that requirement into fields, for instance, database, for instance, something like this. And then they are technical. It's based on the previous experiments of developers. I think it's a good time this sprint for Mohammed and Carlos to improve the quality of error handling and add tests to backend of the impact graph as much as can. Of course, we will have first address the issues and then do that because we suffer from such required things.
We also have a donation flow documentation. I couldn't find the issue.
In the we have a PR on that. If you open that PR,
so it's done, huh?
It's on the code review because Matt or Carlos should review that. I might have a mistake.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
So if you want, let me know what should I create for this issue. Writing test or writing maybe.
For test, we have an issue. I wrote some. I have fixed the migration files, and if you
integration test infrastructure.
Exactly. This is if you open it. We have 3 checkbox. I have done the first one.
And what about the others? Give me estimation, please.
Every one of them is about 3 or 5. 8 for some of
all of
those
them. So it's a mandatory before we write kind of performance test for the donation.
No, it doesn't relate to performances. It's for just code quality. It's not for load test.
So what about the exact issue that we have for the donation on the live? Can we write test kind of performance test or I don't know, something that we can.
What should we do with the result of that test? If I imagine I say to you that we support 10 requests per minute or 100 requests, and after that, what you want to do with that data?
All right. So let me what to do? I don't know. So after this donation documented is completed, I think we can have another meeting talking about it and find out. Go ahead.
You can open the donation diagram if you want. I don't know if I think it's to see. I think it's almost complete. If you are waiting for that to be complete, you should open it in the hub, not ZenHub.
Oh, sorry.
Please go to File Changed tab. Yeah. And in the above, please go some left. In the left, yeah, that's it. Click on that. It will be loaded. It's our donations diagram. Follow.
So when which of which of these interactions we have a logger? For example, from this ones we don't log here. We don't, and the front end side we just log this one. Am I right?
We have, yes, when call save donation to backend, we have logs and we have Sentry in the backend.
In this event or in this event?
We don't have any. We don't have anything in the front end. But in the backend, after donation is saved, we send an segment event. If it fails, we send Sentry event. Because it's just in the backend.
So guys, help me. Does it help us to find out where to put logs, or improving or current?
I think Matt knows that in his mind already. He has this diagram in his mind. So, am I right, Matt?
Yeah.
Very new for him.
Sure.
So, Mato, if you have this in your mind, what you should do, or what do you suggest? Writing tests, improving the logger.
I mean,
Oh, it takes too much. So I can just say that.
Honestly, I think we should review the safe donation mutation. Obviously improve the exceptions that we throw. But what I'm seeing is that this code, which is quite old also, doesn't really validate what happens when you save the donation. And it calls donation.save multiple times, but it doesn't really check if it actually saved. So I think we should probably improve that. Like when it saves the donation, check if it actually saved it, because I think it's not. It's probably failing silently there and returning true.
So is it good for the review situations or monitoring the
review save donation mutation? Yeah, because honestly, what I'm seeing is that maybe it returns to Mateo in the front end a null value. It would be cool if he could console log what is the value that the backend is returning. Because if it returns maybe null, then it's not saving the donation. And we're not checking if it actually saved. So we should change that in the flow that I'm seeing here in the code. So it returns 200, but the value of the donation ID is null. That's kind of like the scenario I'm thinking in my mind that's happening.
Got it. Investigating about missed donations. I didn't provide much more information in this issue. Please feel free to provide as much as possible. And how much story points do you think we have to allocate to it?
Carlos, what you want to do, Carlos? You want to verify after donation? You verify the donation is saved or not? Is it what you want to do?
That is correctly saved, yeah. Because right now I'm looking at the code and it says like await donation.save, but it doesn't really check if it really saved. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's the issue that it's not saving it.
You mean that we cannot rely on the driver of the database which says that I saved it, or type ORM, what was that? We cannot rely that save of these libraries, and if they say that we have saved an exception, it's not saved in the database, and we should verify that again. No problem. It's cool. I'm just asking.
No, what I want to make sure is that it actually saves the donation. We're just like not checking anything, just calling save and that's all.
So guys, sorry for that. It takes too much. Okay, go ahead. Do you want to talk about something?
No, like usually in Rails projects, when I save a value in the database, I usually like double check that it actually saved and things like that. So I'm not seeing that in the TypeScript mutation. So maybe add a double check there to see if it actually saved, and then get the exception why it did not save, and we can send that to Sentry.
Awesome,
Nice.
thank you. We need a splash page for maintenance. I think we need Cherokee.
Is that going to be the same for both economy? I think that it should be after the merge.
You know, we on Saturday we have downtime, so you have to be implemented as soon as possible.
It's okay. The estimation is, I think, 1.
Sprint backlog. So let's take a look again at what we have right now. We have review mutuation. We have, you know, a search box problems, mostly the styles. We have donation improvements. We have giving hearts, red hearts. We have create projects. This is a tiny issue. We have to transfer the ownership of some projects requirements and kind of bug or, you know, request. It's kind of more, you know, operations. You know, I bring it here. So the maintenance mode, a splash page for maintenance mode, setup integration test, infrastructure, also sort amount race. I have another stuff for the backend guys. You know, we need a service that you know, counts the total amount raised for each project and sum it up with the trace donations, trace total donations for every project. I assign it to Carlos, but I think we have to change it to Mohammed. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's good for me to implement it because I need these donations in the give back calculation. It may be helpful. This entry. Yeah.
And give me estimation, please.
Let's 5. 5.
So is it clear for you? The test scenario is going to be I call the total amount raised for each project, and you know, it has an amount raised for that project plus the amount raised for the trace, campaign trace, and it's going to be sum up together and show just one number.
Yeah, but just I have a question that we want to when we want to sync it. Every time that user requests to us, I should request to. Let me think about it. I should discuss it later.
Yeah, we can go ahead with the, you know, comments here. But I do need it, to, you know, in the total amount raised in the TypeScript version. We have trace donation amounts. We have Giveth.io donation amounts, and for the project card view, we need the total amount raised that is, you know, from the both sides, from the trace and from the IO. So it's going to be 3 or 4 services. One, the list of donations from trace that we have. One, total amount from only trace. and their summation.
Okay. I think I got it.
And and we have this item up here. So, guys, let me select the Give Economy to take a look closer on that what we have right now. And this review situation don't have any estimation, Carlos.
Yeah, put 5 points.
5 points. And there are a bunch of things in progress. I don't know what to do with this. Matto, I think you can go ahead and put it in the maybe U80 or I don't know. Shall I move it to U80 or you want to keep it?
Yeah, that's basically done. I don't have to change anything there, but I am talking with Carlos and doing some checks on other places, but it doesn't have to do with this. So you can move it to UAT. But it's really hard to UAT, so I would move it to done. I mean,
okay. And these improved sentry and segment logs in back is in progress, but I put it back in the sprint backlog, Mohammed, for information. Okay.
There is another issue that you tagged me, which was transfer the ownership. It was issue 645. My question is: should I just do it manually, or should we add it to the admin bro so that anyone from the verification team can transfer the ownership? I can do either.
I don't think it's a kind of recurring things that changing the project manager or moving their project management. So I think we better do it manually. What do you think?
Manually, it's easy. I guess both aren't hard because I'm sure the admin bro handles also changing users. So whatever we decide works and it should be fast, like 1 or 2 points at most. But maybe because in the future we will be adding for the Giving Blocks projects claiming ownership, maybe having this option wouldn't be bad. Like an admin can also do it.
I understand, but let's skip it for
Okay, let's do it manually for now. So we focus on important things.
Yeah, thank you. So I think I have enough issues for everybody except Amin. And Amin, are you here?
Hey guys, I'm sorry, I'll have to leave the meeting. So have a great day.
Go ahead, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm here. I wish to help Sherry tomorrow for merging, but of course I will have enough time. I have bandwidth.
Thank you. We have lots of things here, especially for the TypeScript thing. I don't know how much you're familiar with this TypeScript.
I like to learn. I have to learn because.
Yeah. We block on this item. We're change donation graph filter to support time range. It's not important. We blocked here implement. We blocked by design. Implement complete profile. We blocked by design. Customize formatting wallets for signing and registration. I think this is a hot stuff. Are you familiar with the formatting?
No.
Are you interested?
The new signing option that Pedro did has formatting in the options.
So it's in progress or?
It's already on a stain.
So I put it here. Let's forget about this item.
So in the staging, that means that the code is reviewed and pushed, right, Matthew?
Yeah.
So it's not in private. You should change the pipeline.
Okay. Let's get back to this search. Usually, or search, I think it's not the biggest stuff for you. Design for size will be blocked by design here. Reward menu. Can we bring reward menu? I think it's a very easy stuff. You can just copy and paste it from the.
No, it's very hard. We can do it after merge. You can do it just after merge because you don't know what's the logic behind that. We gather information of smart contracts, do information from GraphQL.
Man, we have it in. We have to do merging and do lots of things. So I bring it here. Okay, after I assign it to you, and I think you can.
Cherik and Matthew will be my mentors in the next sprint.
Really, thank you, Amy, for your help. We do need sometimes. We need this full stack developers. Product manager usually loved it. Full stack developers. It gave me some more freedom to them. Giving heart is not working. I mentioned it. Toast errors. We don't have toast errors in design. Sort by should be like what we have right now in the next. I think it's an easy stuff for you to start, I think. Oh, sorry. Assignment. Because it's easy, I put the estimation on behalf of you. And the reward menu, we have the code in the token economy repo. What do we think about the estimation?
If you merge, it will have some. I don't know whether component is ready, and the temp we should implement temp. I don't know whether it's ready. Check what's your estimate because you know the design system better than anyone here.
Yeah, excuse me, I distracted. What's
the implementing the reward menu in Giveth IO after the merge, of course, after the merge of it repos.
I think it's one.
Really?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I think.
And two for Amy. I put two.
Because we implemented it, we should change the colors.
Okay. Man, we have a bunch of issues that was blocked by the design system. I can't bring any of them. Right now. Implements Twitter model, start. I think I can bring it. Implements Twitter model. Start giving. I can provide much information for you, Amy. Really thank for your help. And I also have some estimation. I think 2 is enough, 2 or 3. Sorry, Amy.
No.
Validation error, my account sign implements subscribing. Yeah, we have a feature here in homepage about subscribing. Metal, I don't think so that we, even in our current version, we don't have any services for subscribing. Am I right?
We have integration with MailChimp, I think, but I'm not sure if that's working still. I think it does because that's really old.
Oh, did you merge something on TypeScript? It's not loading, right?
No. Oh, yeah, I did a merge, but let me check. If it failed or something.
So, what do you think? Can I assign this subscribing to Amin? Can you provide information for that?
You're asking me or Matthew?
I was asking Metal, but right now I was thinking that it's also is blocked by the design because after the success after the success subscribing, we don't have any design for you. It should be a message that say, hey, you're subscribed to your email. No, we don't have any design. So I can bring it up too. Sufficient font. Here is very easy thing. In donation model, insufficient font. I can assign it to you. It's usually by metal, but I assign it to you, Amin, to get all of these models. Sorry, guys. It's about 1 hour after our meeting. We continued for 1 hour. I think it's enough. Thank you for your consistently being here for epic planning. Just take a look at the sprint planning column. I think everything is there. And you can pick it up from the top. I think the most important thing is just to converting the, or what do we call it? Merging these two working space. And after that, we can just start working on other projects. So our main task, I think, just merge these two and finalizing the donations and create project. So after 2 weeks, I think we reached a good situation for the TypeScript version, and we can have a very precise estimation that how we're gonna end it. Thank you.